Hello and welcome to the Align Mind Body Show. We have Maleah Wilson with us who specializes in breathing exercises, and we have a fun routine today where we'll be practicing mindful breathing, hinge repetitions to warm up the whole entire posterior chain of the body, and we're going to take over the balance exercises, which the last episode, that's how we finished. So if you want to check out the last episode and pick up where we're leaving off, then you can go ahead and do that. Make sure to subscribe, check it out, all the episodes, so you can get all your fundamental movements in, your mindful breathing, and of course, some strength and some stretch. So we're going to start, like I mentioned, with breathing exercises to help you just tap into your awareness and just invite the breath into today's session. So once again, we're going to hand it over to Maleah, who will be teaching these beautiful breathing exercises that's going to help us take it to the next level for today's session.
Hi, thank you. All right, so to start the breathing, I want you to take your hands and place them around your rib cage so your thumbs will be in back. Your fingers are in the front of the rib cage. And I want you to take a few really big, deep breaths, and I want you to bring your awareness to the thumbs. I want you to feel your rib cage move and expand behind you, pushing your thumbs out. And breathe really big through the nose. Good. And then I want you in the little circular part to feel the rib cage move out wide. So you were imagining the elbows are moving out wide. You're breathing the rib cage into that crease of the thumb. Nice. And then you're just going to take that same position and bring your hands down by your sides. And I want you to imagine that you're rotating your thumbs back, but not squeezing your shoulder blades. Your pinkies are reaching up, and you're going to take that same really big breath so that you're wide through the collarbones and that your shoulders stay down when you breathe. Don't breathe with your shoulders and go like this. Keep your shoulders down like I had weights in your hands and I'm pulling you down, but your breath is lifting you up. So you have two actions happening. Nice. And then any position of the feet, hip width, maybe a little bit wider, whichever is your personal preference and feels comfortable. And we're going to take this same breathing into a hinge. So Nanette's going to pull her hips back as her hands reach forward. On an inhale. And then as she exhales, her hands are going to come back and she's going to stand up. You'll notice her spine doesn't move throughout the movement. It's just her hips pulling her back, her knees unlock, and her hands reach forward to counterbalance. And you take that on an inhale. And then on an exhale, you pull yourself back up to stand, push through your heels. Good. Let's do 3 more of those. And another position for your arms that can be really supportive is reach for me. Reach forward as opposed to up, and you might get a deeper hinge, and then you can come back up, press through your heels. I want you to imagine that you were pushing a stake into the ground when you stand up. Good. You reach forward. I'm going to pull Nanette forward, keeping her pinkies up. And then she's going to push through those heels and come back to stand up. One more time. Good. You can hear her breathing. Big, expansive inhales only through the nose. This is really working your diaphragm, which is probably the most important muscle in your body. And it's expanding her rib cage, creating space, and then pulling her back, which is doing a whole host of other things into the abdominal cavity, strengthening the rib cage, and through the nose, which is parasympathetic in action. Thank you.
We're going to keep this breathing throughout the rest of the motions, throughout the hinge repetitions to warm up the posterior chain and the back side of the body. And of course, you will practice this also through your balance routine, which we will do today. Maleah will be introducing or practicing the beginner to intermediate balance sequence, and I will be showing a little bit more advanced so you guys can see how it can benefit someone that's a beginner all the way to an advanced practitioner. So let's get started with some hinges and let's get warmed up, because we got to get warmed up for these balances. So you're going to go ahead and come a little bit wider than your hip width, and always make sure to line up the outer edges of the feet. Like I mentioned, all these tips and tricks are in the other episodes. The arms are going to come down to the side, and you're going to practice this same breathing that Maleah is teaching us, the inhalation through the backside of the body. Now we're going to go through 10 hinge repetitions with the arms just like this, hinging, coming back up again, breathing, inhaling, exhaling. 3, 4, 5, continuing. Draw the body weight back towards the heels. Keep your chin drawing in and keep the pace of that breath. You want to make sure you're gripping your big toe and your pinky toe also, grounding your feet. Let's go for one more. Now we're going to hold this last one in an isometric position. This helps you to really tone the muscles and build small stabilizers. So hold it here for about 2 more deep breaths. Push that weight back a little further. Draw that chin in a little tighter. Take another deep inhale and exhale. Now you're going to come back up again. Let's do a narrow set of repetitions. You're going to come into a more narrow position. Outer edges of the feet are nice and straight. Thumbs back, chest open. Perfect. Nice deep breath. Going for that hip hinge, putting the weight back to the heels and doing the repetitions. Once again, most people will have the tendency to slouch forward. Avoid doing that. Keep the spine nice and straight like Maleah is doing so. And this simple movement is what really strengthens the hamstrings, the glutes, the low back, and it benefits your day-to-day movements, also your lift routines. So it's a fundamental movement. They're known as good mornings in exercise, which we'll do next. We'll do more of a exercise good morning variation. 2 more, inhaling. Last one. The hands will be interlaced. You'll place them behind the neck. Now, just because the hands are here doesn't mean you push your head forward, okay? You're going to hinge, keeping the elbows nice and open, tilting, keeping the eye gaze down, hinging a little deeper, looking down to the toes. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, come back up. Continue. Exhale, come back up. For 3. 2. Almost mimicking like a little deadlift. Good practice. You're going to pick something up from the floor. This one's a good one too. So you're going to have palms against the thighs, hinging the hips back, micro bend in the knees, and stretching a little bit deeper. Just bringing those fingertips down the shins, past the knees, and nice deep inhale. Exhale, come back up. Continue. Exhale, coming back up. Each time you try to reach a little further. Exhale, back up. A little bit deeper. Exhale, back up. For 3 more. Touching the top of the feet. Touching the toes. Now fingertips in the center to the ground, right under the chest. Soften the knees a little bit, keep the chin in, pull the body weight back to the heels, micro bend in those knees, all right? Now Maleah has a little bit more of a bend. I do a little bit more straight leg, which you can do also. Both are incredible, both are very good for you to practice. So if you feel your range of motion is limited, just like Maleah is demoing, you can soften those knees and get into a deeper range. This is you picking up something heavy from the floor. It's really good practice. Sorry to keep you there, Maleah. Bring the hands back towards you, and then you lift the hips and the chest. Let's practice a little rotation now that we're getting warmed up. You're gonna go 3 repetitions to the toes. Breathing. Exhale, back up. 2. Exhale, back up. To the center, to the floor. Exhale, holding it here. Breathe freely. Make sure you keep the pace of that breath. And then very slowly, you're going to start to drift the left hip to the left heel. Put the left glute weight back towards that heel and start to reach your left hand. Maleah will be opposite of me. The right leg, in theory, lengthens a little bit more as that left knee stays softly unlocked. Look to that thumb in which you're reaching that hand. Take a nice deep breath. Release, slow, with good control. And we're going to switch it to the other side. Reaching, twisting and turning. Rotating and letting that right glute push back towards that right heel. Release. Maleah and I are partnering up today, so we're going to reach our finger pads towards each other. Then you're going to draw your chin in. It's normal to feel a little trembling and shaking. I am right now. Keep your chest a little lifted. Don't dump down. Keep the chin in. Put the weight back. One more deep breath here, letting these muscles stretch. We're almost done. Stop trembling. Bring the hands towards you. It's like I've been doing this forever, but I still tremble. And then her too. She's always trembling. Come out of it. Shake it off. Move it around. The trembling is normal. Those are your new muscles coming in. Your stabilizers. Always refreshing. Get the stretch into your low back. You're gonna have more elasticity in your hamstring and all throughout that shape. So let's get started with the balance, because the balance is a little bit more challenging. You're gonna be working a little bit more today. So Maleah will be using a chair. I will be demoing without the chair. We're gonna start with facing the camera first, and then we're gonna do side profile so you can see our side profile. So perfect. So you're going to stand nice and upright. Something super important to always notice is making sure that your feet are straight. Don't point your feet out in these directions, okay? That means that you're going to be driving that car in that wrong direction. It's all wrong. So make sure that your alignment of the feet are correct. Outer edges of the feet are nice and straight. We're going to take a couple of breaths like Maleah went over, where your thumbs are in the back of that rib. The other fingertips wrap around the front. Take a couple of deep breaths into that back, into that middle area where you feel those thumbs. Give yourself one more. Now, I'm not using chair, but Maleah will hold on. I'm going to do hands to the heart center. You're going to shift weight into the right side, and you're going to balance your left knee up. Come over here this way, Maleah. There we go. Beautiful. Now, you're going to hold it here. You're going to draw that knee a little bit higher up. Practice that same breathing where you're breathing back. Your abdominal muscles will allow you to get that knee up a little bit higher. You can do this with a chair. You can do this without a chair, okay? Holding it here. You're going to go ahead and press that foot forward, flexing the foot. Trying to keep it up high. This may be challenging for some. So if it's challenging for you, you can lower it down like Maleah and start there. Start little by little. Eventually, you will work your way up just like me where it's higher, but you have to practice. The knee will bend. You're going to lift it up high, 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 and then open it to the side. You're going to flex that foot, and once again, breathe into that middle back. Letting your abdominal muscles kind of help you. Breathing. Bringing it in to the center and then crossing it over to the opposite side, squeezing the left inner thigh towards that right side. This will challenge your footwork. This is going to help you strengthen the foot, the ankle, that stability that a lot of people are looking for. Release and then lower down. All right, we have the other side. So take a nice deep breath into the mid back. Balance the right knee up. Left foot is grounded. Remember that left foot is straight. Don't let it point out to the side. You're going to lose your alignment. Flex that foot. Draw the knee up. Breathe into the posterior, into that middle back. 5 to 10 seconds of a hold in each. Flex that foot. Extend it forward. Remember, there's two variations to it. There's the high lift, and then there's the lower lift. Okay? Hold it here. Quad is shaking. Muscles are working. Foot is working. bend the knee, bring it back in towards you, lengthen, lift. As you get a little tired, you have to practice elevating and re-engaging again. Open the right knee to the right. Breathe, flex that foot, and lift that knee. Ground your left foot, lift and lengthen through that leg. Inhale and exhale. Ooh, it's hard. Bring it back to the middle, and then break. Shake it off, move it around a little bit. Good job. All right. Now, that was a little warm up. We're going to get to work the legs a little bit more and really challenge the balance. We're going to be doing balance and hinges. So Maleah will be demoing with the chair. I'm not going to use chairs. It's going to be a little bit harder for me actually. So I'll struggle a bit more, but it's all good. Now the hands, Maleah has her hands on the chair. And then we're going to do, Maleah's doing left foot, I'm doing right foot. So let's go ahead and counter. So we're going to do opposites. Perfect. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And then bringing that knee to meet the other knee and squeezing the inner thighs. Now, you're going to try to keep that knee connected to the right one. You're going to tilt your hip back, taking a little bit of a bow. And then you're going to come back up again. We're going to do 10 repetitions, hinging, lifting, hinging. It's natural to lose a little balance. Lifting. You quickly tap like I did. 4. Lifting. 5. Lifting. Keep your chest up. Keep that hip hinging back. Keep the eye gaze a little down so you can practice also proprioception of the head, you know. Look a little down. Wherever you move your chest, your eyes go with you. 3 more. Go 1, 2, 3. One last one. Phew. Hold it here with the hips back. Challenge yourself. This is actually really hard. And then lift, break, shake it off. Move the foot around. Once again, you feel the feet, ankle, those foot muscles, you know, those little sensors that you have in the bottom that help you detect everything. All right. When you're ready, we have the other side. So go ahead, balance the opposite knee up. Hold it here for a second. Take a nice deep breath. Lengthen your spine. Inhale into that middle back. And then bring that knee to meet the other one. And we go for the hinge repetition. Hinging. Lifting. Breathing continuously. 3. 6. Keep the pace of the breath. I'm cueing only through breath work now, so you can kind of tap in and practice your movement and your breath. 2 more. Going 1. Very good. 2. Holding this last one. And then coming back up again. Break. Shake it off. Move it around a little bit. Okay. Keep tuning it up a little bit more. You got some more work to do with the balance. Let's go. It's going to get a little bit more intense, but of course, Maleah is using the chair, so it's not impossible to do. You use your prop. I'm not using prop to demo without. But make sure you have your prop if you're struggling. Let's get left knee up. Beautiful. Fix that right foot. Good.
Don't do that.
Fix their femur a little bit. All right. And then you're going to gently lengthen and balance it back. Beautiful. You're going to come back up again. Up. Beautiful. Balance. Nice. Back up. 4. We're doing 10 reps of everything. Good. 5. The thighs are still close towards each other. Don't let your knee fall to the outside. Squeeze those thighs a little bit towards each other. It's going to help you stabilize. For 4. 1, 2. Breathing. 3. Last one. Hold it. Eee. And lift. Break. Shake it off. Move it around a little bit. All right. We got the other side. Come here this way if you can. All right, let's do it.
Good.
Left foot forward, left foot down, right knee up. You ready? And we go back. 1. Bring it in. 2. Bring it in. 3. Breathing. Such good practice for anyone of all age with a chair to keep that balance strong. And even for an advanced practitioner, this is big practice. Ooh, shaky. Ground that big toe for 4. Go 1. Lift. 2. Ooh. Lift. 3. Lift. One last one. Burning. Lift. Break. Shake it off. That burns a foot. Okay. Now, we'll still a little bit more. Come over here this way because I'm going to have you come a little bit more in and I can demo. All right. So let's balance right foot on the ground. We're going to take it up a notch. I'm going to come right about here. Maleah, you're good to come this way. So what we're going to do, right foot is grounded, left knee goes up. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Now, as you're doing this one, you're going to squeeze the inner thighs towards each other as you go back. You're going to go into the deepest hip hinge that you can take. You're going to press that back leg straight, and you're going to try to lift that back heel up as high as you can get it. I'm trying not to cheat and grab onto the chair. Maleah has the chair. Get that heel up higher, 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 and hinge even deeper. You never know if you have to, on one foot, go down to the ground. Sometimes it happens like that. And then you come back up. Break. Other side. Okay, happy feet, happy feet. All right, left foot on the ground. Right knee, you bring it up. Beautiful. We send it back slow, squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. A lot of people will lose their balance like that. Squeeze inner thighs, start to hinge, start to lengthen, start to tilt. Flex that foot, lift that heel. Feel that glute help you get that heel up. The heel a little higher, Maleah. Better. That's good. Take a nice deep breath here. Hinge a little more. Challenge yourself. And then bring it back in. Break. Shake it off. Move it around a little bit. That's pretty good. Okay. So Maleah's going to demo how to do some yoga poses a little bit more modified. I'm going to go over a little bit more advanced balance. So we'll do both. We already warmed up. It's going to integrate into all the other ones that we did. You'll see how you tune it up a little bit. So you grab the chair. You're going to have your right foot grounded. Me, hands in prayer. Wish me luck. Whew. All right. You're going to go ahead and balance that left knee up. Beautiful. Now Maleah's going to grab that knee with her opposite hand. She's going to bring it in as much as she can. Remember, you're holding onto the chair. You're going to grab it in. All right. Now she's going to flex that foot. Going to kick it out a little bit. If you want to practice some more advanced stuff, you would grab with your right hand the outer part of the left foot. Both are incredible. Both are great for you. And if you want to push it further, you can kick it. It's the same thing, just different levels. She's feeling the same thing that I'm feeling right now. It's no different. Release, break. Other side. Left foot is grounded. Right knee will come up. Remember, that foot is straight, so I don't want to see no crooked feet, you know. Drop a comment if you always see your feet like this. I think I'll get a lot of comments. All right. Now, you're going to grab that knee. Maleah's going to grab it. She's going to pull it towards her. She's going to pull her belly back. She's going to breathe into her mid-back. Beautiful. She's going to lift it up as high as she can, flexing those toes towards the ceiling. For those that want to practice a little bit more advanced, you can start to bring that opposite hand towards the outer parts, okay? Maleah kicked it a little bit forward, which you can do to practice. If you're ready, you extend the leg. Different positions, but perfect for everyone when modified. Beautiful. Gently release and lower. Shake it off, move it around. We have one last one, and then we're going to cool it down, probably with some more breathing. Maria can just help us do some more breathing, which was beautiful in the beginning. Last one, with the knee to the side. Right foot is down on the ground. You're going to balance that left knee up. You're going to open it to the side. You're going to hug it in towards you as much as you can. So Maleah's going to go ahead and grab it. Beautiful. And she's going to try to look for her big toe. And then you can stay here. Reach a little bit lower. Better. And then I can just kick to the side if you're ready. Okay? Balance, balance. Just a micro difference in transition. Release. Let's go to the other side. Bring the knee in. And you're going to go ahead and gently open to the side. Hug it in, hug it in, hug it in. Maleah's going to try to reach as low as she can. Then I'm just going to grab the peace fingers. You can hold here and progress from here. And then you kick it to the side. Got it? Makes sense. Doable, not impossible. Just practice. And release. That completes our balance sequence. I'm going to let Maleah take it over one more time with the breathing, just to cue us through that process before we're done. So we can memorize this, practice this, anywhere, anytime.
Let's add one more layer into it this time. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to breathe into your thumbs. And now when you exhale, I want you to think of pulling your belly away from your pants. And then you'll notice she stays really tall. So I want you to use your hands to hold your rib cage up a little. So when you exhale, it's like you're suspended instead of coming back up and down. You're going to inhale, hold. And then on the exhale, you're going to hold this space by really finding the deep core. That's just, again, another layer to add into your breathing.
My toes just went crazy.
So did your shoulders. All right, one more. In through the nose, only nose breathing. Yes. Creating that strong canister of the torso to keep you upright and balanced. That's it.
Thank you for joining today. Practice your balance, practice your hinging, practice your breath work. We're throwing it all in here in this show. Thank you, Maleah. You're incredible. Thank you for joining. Make sure to subscribe, follow, check out the past videos, and I will see you for the next one here.
Thank you for joining Align Mind Body today. I hope you're feeling a little more connected, centered, and aware of how your body moves and breathes. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress and mindfulness in each moment. To book a consultation, appointment, or for more information, contact me at 954-261-4719 or support@thevaulttraining.online. Be kind to yourself, stay intentional, and I'll see you next time as we continue this journey toward alignment and wellness.
I hope you enjoyed today's